Alrighty. Sorry about that. We are live. Episode 32 of the Pirates franchise. Let's get this all going here. We got a prospect debut tonight. I've seen the comments. Some of you worry that he is not ready. I frankly agree. However, as soon as I get this changed, I will explain quickly why he was our best option. Just give me one fair second here. So some good news about the storms that are going through our area right now. So our closest radar that helps accurately determine where storms are, because I live so close to the, Tennessee, Georgia, or Tennessee, Alabama border, the one in Alabama's gone. There's no weather damage to it. It's just stopped working. So, yippee. It seems like we're pretty safe where I'm at. It seems like there's a cell to the south of us, but it's not going to hit us. So we're going to do the best we can. If the stream suddenly crashes, we lose power. I don't expect us to lose power. But we'll see. We shall see here. And I really hope the YouTube chat's working. Nope, that's not what I wanted. How much I know you were live. So if you want to like and subscribe over there, we're live on YouTube and Twitch. Ain't no daggum tornado warning gonna stop me, unless the power literally goes out. Then I am stopped for sure. Yeah, it's there's three other radars to use. The problem is the further you get from a radar source, the more inaccurate, I guess you could say, it is. But yeah, not too concerned. Really not too concerned at the moment. I really need to see if the chat's working over on the YouTube side. So if anyone can hop on over to YouTube for me, well, you know what? We'll find out in due time. We'll find out in due time. All right. So like I said, we have the debut of our number 7 prospect in our organization, Tamar Johnson. The reason for that is Nick Gonzalez has shoulder dislocation, is going to be out for 2 months. We also lost reliever Hunter Harvey to a broken hand. He's going to be out for 2 months as well. We called up Joey Wentz to fill in. Gives us another lefty. Not a great lefty, but a lefty. And then we chose Tamar Johnson, because he's 22. He hit 270 last season in AAA. He's hitting 240 this year, but the only other option we would have had would have been Chang, who's an infielder who could play everywhere but first base. The problem is, if we called him up with the injury to Gonzalez only being 1 to 2 months, we would obviously have to send Chang back down, in which he would have to go through waivers. And I think he's number 11 in our organization. Somebody probably would have claimed him. So that's why we decided to go with Johnson over Chang. So he's going to get the start tonight. He's going to hit 8th. Let's hop into this. We're going to face the guy that was on the Braves in the playoffs last year. Now he is on the Nationals. So pretty much the same team we've seen from the Nationals, but they're just a year wiser. So we'll see what we got here. I guess I could do this myself, can I? Oh, that's loud.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Baseball comes your way on a Wednesday afternoon. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Washington Nationals.
We'll have to refresh
John
this again.
Sciambi and Chris Singleton on the call. We're in store for a major league debut in this one, Singy. It remains to be seen what kind of career he'll have, but here's step one, and there's a lot of hope and optimism around him.
There you go. There's our top 10 prospects
he can be an impact
going into
player.
the organization.
And from what I've seen and heard from people that follow prospects
Number 6,
really closely,
excuse me.
I do too.
Number
We
86
may not see
in
him
Major
light
League
the league
Baseball.
on fire right from the start, as there's usually a learning curve, but I think he has the skill set to be successful at this level for a long time.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this.
Keep testing until it pops up. There it is. Okay.
First pitch
Good,
moments away. And pitching in this game, Grant Holmes. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
So Grant Holmes, we
I've
meet
just been
again.
so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure. He's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job.
So Chandler Simpson leading it off for us.
Most guys, they get a little tight. They
come in with a 2-game lead
but for some reason,
over St. Louis.
Looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
I was gonna have the episode against the Cardinals tonight, but then the injury
Swing and a ball
to Gonzalez really threw a wrench into that.
So a man on base to start the inning.
Simpson
He needed
gets a hit.
one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop
Simpson gets on base. Here's Horwitz.
Base hit. And now a chance to maybe get
We
creative
quickly
on
check out the
offense with
defense
good
for
speed on
these
first.
Nationals. Woods, Young, and Cruz around the outfield. Brady House, C.J. Abrams, Luis Garcia, who they managed to extend in the offseason. Juan Yepes at first base. Luis Torrens behind the plate. Really good arm. Going to be tough to run on. DHing, I did not notice who they had at DH. I think it is Keibert Ruiz, I believe. It'll be hard to run on that arm.
And now here is Spencer Horwitz.
Here is Horwitz hitting .321. Despite these
runner at first with no outs here.
Good offensive numbers, his potential has actually been downgraded back to a C.
Ground ball could
and
be
he's going to.
And he can't come up with it to second, and he's
wow. Okay.
Got him on that one.
Fumbled by the shortstop. Horwitz still out at first. Simpson though safe at second.
This has been a good productive lineup
choice.
so far this year. Currently ranking among the better teams in terms of total hits
there we go.
and runs per game.
Kibran Hayes is getting the night off.
Sees it as very
so we have
important to put the ball in play, Boog.
I cannot say that guy's name.
This is an
Vargas
age where
at
strikeouts are up so high and guys are swinging and missing, going for the fences. But if you can increase that contact rate, you can be a dangerous
Reynolds
club. You get more guys on base, and then all of a sudden, when that big swing comes through, you're plating more runs. So we'll see if this pitcher can get some soft contact. Let the defense work behind him.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Runner at
kind of weird to have a
here,
prospect start on the road.
Swing and this
Reynolds going to slowly tap it.
And they take care of Reynolds for the
2 down. Simpson goes to third. Very good. We're still
Here's O'Neal Cruz. Entered the day with the best batting average in the National League.
All right, here we go. O'Neal Cruz, 361. And he's going to rip it to right field. That will drop in. Simpson scores. And just like that, the Pirates get on the board.
Right there. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
We'll take it. O'Neal Cruz is staying hot. One of the hottest hitters in baseball.
First with 2 away. Griffin Conine, the next to hit, coming off a good one. 4 for 4 yesterday. And there's a strike on the outside.
Here comes Griffin Conine. Also hitting over 300. He's really finding his swing.
First with 2 down to the inning. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
All you got to do is concentrate and execute this next pitch. Get yourself out of the jam, back into the dugout.
Chases the fastball up
and
the
Conine goes down on 3 pitches. But hey, Pirates get on the board. Simpson with a hit, 2 ground balls, and then Cruz with an RBI single. 1-0 Pittsburgh, just getting underway.
Back here with my pal Singy, and towing the slab in this one, Max Meyer. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Here we go, Max Meyer.
He doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout.
Numbers haven't been that bad.
He needs to
nor
miss
the win-loss.
Get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo. Don't give hitters
still a tough lineup. They are a year wiser, too.
Look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Jacob Young leading things off and takes a strike.
Jacob Young, the speedy outfielder. Aye, sir. 1-2 to Jacob Young. We're going to check in real quick here with Max Meyer, 27-year-old, 78 overall. Righty, slider, 4-seam, circle change, and sinker. 3-6 on the year with an ERA just over 3. It's been solid. I mean, he's been going 5 innings in a lot of his recent starts, not giving up a lot of runs. It just seems like the offense hasn't been helping him any. So, seems like if we can just get the offense to pick it up, might be able to get a win here tonight. Strikeout numbers are up. Walks are about the same.
Swing and a miss.
Right on cue. Gets Jacob Young on 3 pitches.
Well, when you throw the same pitch back to back, that's how you want to do it. Set him up in the strike zone, then extend a little bit from there and see if you can get him to chase. Nicely done with the slider right there.
All right.
Now it's going to
be
me, guys,
James Wood. Pausing the game
homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon.
These storms coming through, so. Like I said, if the power gets knocked out, what I'll do is I'll stop the game where it's at, and we'll pick it up tomorrow morning. So.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Here's James Wood.
Left-hand hitter waits. That one off the mark. Ball 2.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking a pitch.
Good hitter here at the plate. You know, Max Meyer not really a strikeout guy.
One down, base is empty.
Pitch to contact hitter, which is fine if you're on the ground.
That misses. 3-1.
Give him a 3-1 count. Don't want him on base if possible.
Next offering is fouled back. 1 out, base is empty.
Got a 3-2 count now. Here we go. Here's 3-2. Called strike three. Umpire rings him up.
Well, there appears to be no problem
Good way to start off.
Out there
2 hitters, 2 strikeouts.
To start this one, punching out the first 2 hitters of this ball game, and somebody's going to have to put the bat on the ball, put it in play, and get something going.
And now it's Luis
Now, of course, I got to see if there's Tamar Johnson over here at second base, ready to go. I was wanting to see the patch there. There's the patch. Love to see it. Love to see the patch of Mr. Tamar Johnson. Like he's wearing 81, it looks like. So playing second base. Can play short as well.
Garcia.
Here is Luis Garcia.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Hope he's ready. You know, Max Meyer is a contact pitcher.
Looks really sharp at the start of this one. This is how it's going to be today. It's going to be a tough one for this lineup.
Good start here. Here's the 0-2.
Next offering is down low.
Defense for your Buccos tonight, about the same that you would expect. Simpson, Cook, and Conine around the outfield. Vargas filling in for Hayes. Hayes just getting the day off at third. Cruz at short. Tamar Johnson at second. Horowitz at first. Joey Bart behind the plate. And, of course, our man, the man we love, the man we want to stay a Pirate for life, Brian Reynolds DHing in support of Mr. Meyer. Well, I will admit, 1-3 in his last, 4 starts? 5 starts?
2 outs, base is empty.
I do think he's been pitching better than what the numbers indicate.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
And he stings it right to Tamar Johnson. Good range.
And the Nationals gone in
nice job robbing him of a
down
hit.
1-0.
1-2-3 for Meyer. Let's keep her going.
All set for the start of the inning. Here's the Pirates catcher now, Joey Bart. Well, in their win last game, this guy came up with 2 home runs, obviously trying to keep the roll going here in this one.
He's starting to get hot.
Well, made it so
if he wants to stay getting hot, that'd be nice. If not, take a look at Grant Holmes. We should be pretty familiar with him, though. We saw him in last season against the Braves in the National League Division Series. So, actually pitched pretty well for the Braves. So, hopefully we get a little bit of revenge. Decided to go to the Nationals this season. Apparently this is his first game starting, which is weird, but hey. That's fine, I guess. Guess he's not a starter, but he's getting... Guess they're going opener.
Fresh team today, and it doesn't have to be all on him, but the way he's been swinging it, I expect him to have another big one.
Ground ball right side.
Joey gets a hanging slider, and he's going to ground out.
And quickly one away in the second.
Down.
Batting 7, third baseman,
Ildemaro Vargas digs in now. 3 for 9 of the series coming in.
Oh.
Swing and a ball.
Vargas swings at a bad pitch.
Shallow right field. Cruz makes the catch.
He will be out. 2 quick outs.
2.
batting 8, second baseman, Jamar.
And now we'll see one of the top
here we
prospects
go.
in baseball step in the box for her major league debut.
Did he just say for her major league debut? Okay. Wait, here's Tamar Johnson, who I can assure you is a male. 22-year-old. He bats a lefty. He can play second and short. I know the attributes don't look that great. He did really well in AAA last season. He did hit about 260 off to a little slower start this season, hitting around 240, but I want to see how he plays defense. You know, nothing really is going to stand out. I did play a couple games with him off stream, you know, before this. And those 2 games I played, he hit the ball really hard. Sometimes they were for outs, but he hit the ball really hard. So hopefully that is a trend that continues here.
Art Johnson. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Johnson making his debut in the middle of the season after missing out on the opening day roster. I don't think anyone's surprised the former first-rounder made it to this level. It was more a question of when and not if, Siggy.
Fastball rips it foul.
Wrapped foul.
Tough pitcher debut against. Cranholm's got a lot of movement, a lot of velo.
Next offering is downstairs.
Yeah, as you say, Boog, it's something we've been waiting for him to get here. We knew all along it was going to happen at some point.
And he's going to strike out on a nasty slider.
That retires the side, and that'll do it. Down
That's okay, though.
The Pirates, but they're on top, 1-0.
That is okay. Just getting the feel for the swing of them. 1, 2, 3 for the Pirates. 1-0 though. We go bottom 2.
And we'll go back to the ballpark. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit.
It's just the beginning of our prospects, everybody. It is just the beginning. We have a lot of talented prospects in our organization, especially after the last couple drafts. They will be up and they will be mean.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Strike, 1-1.
James Kingsley working the plate. Kingsley's pretty well respected around the league.
Yeah, when you talk to players, I think consistently he is one of the guys you hear compliments about. Players appreciate the job he does back there.
Yeah, and that's kind of all you can ask for, really.
C.J. Abrams
chance to go out and have success.
Next offering misses, and it's 2-1. Siggy, what kind of strike zone is most frustrating for hitters?
I'd say off the plate,
be careful
away,
though, 2-1,
and down. And why? Those are the toughest locations to hit the baseball.
Good slider. You know what we say here on the channel, man. We don't hang it, they can't bang it.
We see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
2-2. That slider for Meyer's working pretty good. I don't think it works that well against righties, or excuse me, lefties. So maybe we shouldn't be calling for that as much. Ground ball, Johnson.
Tosses
makes a good play.
1 up, 1 down.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're
Plays solid defense. He's not elite by any stretch.
1 for 4 with a double in yesterday's game.
Here's Juan Yepes playing first base tonight.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Top prospect William Zimmerman for the Nationals. Having a good time in AAA. It's only a matter of time before he's at the majors.
Fastball for a strike.
Surprises. I mean, this Nationals team is over 500. They are in a tough division.
Yeah, big swing and a miss.
But I did expect them to be a little more up in the standings than where they are now. Ooh, that's a hanger.
Swing and a fly ball. Well,
I'm surprised I didn't get out of here, but it's going to be a fly out. Cook will grab it.
Makes the grab.
Got 2 down here in the second.
Yandy Diaz now.
Hopefully you guys can hear me okay here. Got to adjust the microphone. Here's Yandy Diaz. He swings at the first pitch. On the infield, Cruz running in. Calls dibs. And Max Meyer.
Nothing doing here this half. We head on down to the top of the third. It's the Pirates 1 and the Nationals nothing.
see any warnings. And that's good. That's what we want.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
There you go. We've been real good this series. Game 1, 8-6. Game 2, 11-4. And here we are going for the sweep here in Game 3. Pirates get an off day tomorrow, and then they take on the Cardinals. That should be a big series. Was going to highlight that series, but like I said, the injuries
Holmes
really
back to work.
forced our hand.
That's off the inside.
Anytime we see a prospect debut, we want to be in that game. So.
Launched a homer in his most recent game.
Billy Cook, left field, gets way out in front of that one.
Hauls it in for the out.
He will be retired. I was just going to say, Billy Cook has been swinging a better bat in the last 4 games.
If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some
Hopefully we'll start to see his bat come alive a little bit. And here is Simpson. Going to have him in the leadoff spot for now. Nick Gonzalez has been a solid leadoff hitter. With Cruz producing, though, I want him in the 3rd, 4th spot in the lineup. So we're going to give Simpson a shot.
1 down, base is empty. And that's outside.
2-1. The Rule 5 pick.
There's the swing and a miss.
2-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Boy, Simpson would foul it off.
Out towards left center.
Good pitch swing at, but looks like that will be a fly out.
And there's 2 down.
2 down here in the 3rd.
Now batting, first baseman, Spencer Horwitz.
2 down, base is empty. Spencer Horwitz now at the plate. Grounded out his first time up.
All right, here is Horwitz.
Horwitz throws right, bats left. 29 years old. He's been on a terrific run at the plate, hitting over 350 in his last 10.
Horwitz does nothing there. We need to be a little more patient here.
And 1, 2, 3 go
We go
to
down
Pirates.
again.
They lead it 1-0.
Bottom 3rd we go. We got a 1-0 lead.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Up now for Washington, Brady House.
Meyer back out there. Here is Brady House.
Puts it in
He swings the first pitch. Left center field. Cook. Should grab it.
And out number
1 pitch,
on
1
the
out.
grab.
Max Meyer locating. What we want.
And now, Dylan Cruz. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively.
Looks like we got a cell about 15 miles south of where we're at.
And that's in for a strike.
It's going south.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball
I'm not
today.
really concerned about that. Order 1 to Dylan Cruz. I do need to be careful. I need to be mindful of this slider because it's working now. You know, how does it work when he's at 60 pitches in or 50 pitches in for that matter?
Next pitch misses way outside.
Here's the 1-2.
That one way
Way
inside.
upstairs.
Straighten him up a little bit.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Not where we wanted that one.
This
Oh
one
boy,
in the
fly
air,
ball right field. Conine
on
running
his way
in.
Over. No trouble here. Puts
He will
it
make a
away
nice
for the
catch.
out.
2 down.
Out. number 2. Luis Torrens digging in for the Nationals.
Here's Luis Torrens. I think he's relatively new. He is. Signed him to a 3-year deal. Pretty solid catcher they got. You know, as their prospects go up.
First pitch misses.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
There's a strike.
Good sinker right there, 1-1. Okay, I thought I heard him on or something.
And that's a strike.
Oh, okay. Well, good news is there's something to the south of us, but it's... Sorry about that. So let's see what we got here. 1-2 count to Torrens.
2 down, nobody on.
Ground ball, Horowitz. Nice little catch and throw.
And that's a great play.
Another ground ball out. We will take that.
Nationals go quietly. Still behind by a count
Good
of
play,
1-0.
3 innings in the books here in Nationals Park. Really ought to rename this place Walgreens Stadium or something.
Welcome back, and take a look at some hot hitting in
And look how we've been doing this
as
series
we
against the
check out
Nationals.
numbers.
Whew. We have been tearing it up. Hitting has been getting hot, which is good because the Cardinals have been as well. Keep going here in the 4th. Brian Reynolds leading off. Aaron Holmes' pitch count is nothing.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
Swing and a ball lifted.
Reynolds left field will fly out. See, like, Meyer's been getting a lot of ground ball outs. Holmes has been getting a lot of fly outs.
So digging in, O'Neal Cruz singled and drove in
Being a little
run
too
his
aggressive
first
there,
time
I'll admit.
through.
Here's Cruz.
There's a strike.
Drove in.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
Cruz drove in Simpson. Make it 1-0. Way back in the 1st inning.
Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Ground ball to the right side, and that's just foul.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his
365
back down just
O'Neal
enough to make
Cruz.
contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Hits it hard, but hits it to his counterpart who bobbles it. And Cruz will beat it out because of that bobble.
Missed opportunity there.
Shortstop.
The misplay.
Is that Wood? Who is that? No, that's not Wood. Who is that short? Is that Cruz? Or Abrams, I'm sorry. He's bobbled the ball twice. That'll be an error on him.
Man at first with one gone. Griffin Conine getting ready to hit.
Abrams has 43 fielding.
Swinging last time.
Does he really? Wow. So Abrams really been struggling out here. Not what you want to see out of your shortstop. So 1 out. Here is Conine.
That's in for a strike. Nasty pitch.
Struck out in his first at bat.
Cruz stands at first with 1 out. Runner on the go.
Oh, Cruz got a horrible jump. Thankfully, the pitch was a horrible pitch. And he will take second. 12 stolen bases on the year for Cruz. We got really lucky there. That was not a good jump.
Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Man at second.
Man, Conine.
Struck him out. That K is his third of the game.
I thought about resting Conine for the game tonight, but I didn't because he was on a hot streak. Probably should have. He struck out twice tonight.
0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive
both of them on 3 pitches. So 2 down. Here's Joey Bart.
Clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Bart takes a ball as he stands in for the second time.
He has to bring this run in, though.
He starts him with the fastball, and that's a pitch that's right.
There's no wind right now.
You need to be careful against him with that one.
Next
That
offering
is a disgusting
is in for a
curveball.
strike. Runner at second, 2 down. Squirts away a little bit.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Well, we were just swinging a bunch of garbage. Outside, 2-2. So I guess they're not really using him as an opener. They're just using him as a spot start.
That one misses.
Not exactly sure why.
Ildemaro Vargas next to bat for the Bucks. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position.
Full count to Joey Bart.
Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt.
Swings and misses.
Gets to it on to first. That completes the
He will be
strikeout.
thrown out. Holmes.
So no runs, no hits.
I keep getting
and 1
greedy,
error,
man. I
but
am
they
not
leave
having
him
good at
stranded
bats
to the bottom of inning number 4 now.
Got a 1-0 lead.
It's the Pirates 1 and
1-0
the
lead
Nationals
usually
nothing.
don't hold up that much.
Back in
We'll
Washington,
see here.
D.C., John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the 4th, Jacob Young.
So here we go. Max Meyer's pitch count, 37 pitches here as we begin the 4th inning. Top of the lineup due. Here's Jacob Young.
And that one fouled
We're going
off.
to see if they've made any adjustments.
These Nationals, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're
Slider is
chasing
working.
outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations.
Definitely working when they're chasing, so we'd love to see that.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Bottom of the screen, top prospect Danny Odell hitting .353. Yes, I am aware.
Swing and a miss.
Goes
Struck
back to
him
the
out.
fastball. Young strikes out. Meyer on it.
He can do
Third
whatever he
strikeout.
wants with the baseball right now.
Let's go back to this.
And now up for Washington, James Wood. Struck out swinging his first time.
There's James Wood.
Right through there for a strike.
He's been incredibly efficient in this one.
Very good rotation here.
Over 70%. That's well above league average. And that's
even if
him to pitch well up into
Mitch Keller's got 2 years left on his deal, if he don't work out, we've got other prospects. Of course, Bubba Chandler, you would expect to be the next in line. That's not where we wanted it. But we'll take it. James Wood strikes out 4 Ks. Ironically, those 4 Ks are between the top 2 in this Nationals lineup. 2 strikeouts for Young, 2 strikeouts for Wood.
So 2 down now, and here is Luis Garcia. He's 0 for 1.
Here is Garcia. Just pound the zone. Don't leave it hanging.
To the right side.
And Garcia will ground out. Horowitz
to the bag, and that'll do
makes a nice play. And Max Meyer.
12 down to begin the ball game. It's the Pirates 1 and the Nationals.
I'll go ahead and ruin it. There won't be a no-hitter tonight. So.
Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Nationals have been really good. 7-3 in their last 10. Taking 2 out of 3 from the Red Sox. They actually swept us in a series at home that we simmed through. And then they, I'm assuming, won the series against the Royals. So, playing a little bit of revenge here.
Off the plate.
Here's Vargas.
And that's ball 1.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. And boy, umpire didn't give him the call.
Good bench bat as he hits that ball pretty hard left center field. Young going back, and that will be caught. Excuse me, that's Wood in left field.
During batting practice, these outfielders get about
a lot of speed out there.
Balls in the gaps.
Loud first out, and here is Johnson.
They make the play perfectly.
Here's the second baseman, Termarr Johnson.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
And that is downstairs.
I see a lot of sliders.
Ball 1. And he chases a high fastball there.
Ain't going to hit that one, my dude. 1-1.
Very well. He's been able to paint all 4 corners, but really good ride at the top of the zone. Hitters have to respect that. Very difficult pitch to hit.
And he hits a ground ball right side. And
Johnson seems like he's trying to pull it 1 and 2. That was a good swing, but it looks like this will be a deep fly ball as Young camps under it.
Squeezes it.
2 down. Johnson 0 for 2 in his debut so far. Good swing, though. A good swing of the bat.
Up next for the Pirates, center fielder.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Billy Cook. He's 0 for 1.
Here comes
this
Cook.
Guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key.
Now the downside,
find a way for him to be
something I don't like is I think they're misrepresenting O'Neal Cruz a little bit in the All-Star voting. Because it shows Cruz leading in center fielders for the National League, but he's been playing short the whole season, so
swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone.
That's unfortunate.
Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
And there's the ball.
Way
2
outside.
down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th.
1 and 2 to Cook.
And a swing and a miss.
A rough night for Cook here. He strikes out.
Nothing
Brandon Holmes
doing
still
here
looks
for
good,
Pittsburgh,
man.
But they still lead
He
it
just
1-0.
has my number. I'm not putting in good at bats with him. 1-0, bottom 5. Let's hope for a nice quiet game, you know?
We head to the bottom of the 5th.
what we want.
Leading off, C.J. Abrams.
Well, these fans definitely want to get involved in the game. All it's going to take is
only
to
a
get
matter
the
of time,
leadoff man
though. That's the
or
thing.
even a base runner on.
Especially if we throw it
And
there.
fouled off.
He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's
one
got
to
really good
C.J.
stuff in this one or
Abrams.
not.
And that one
was also a mistake. He fouls that one off. 0-2. Down the line, foul.
Down the line, and it's foul.
Definitely seeing Meyer well here. Ground ball again. Horowitz will toss it to Meyer. Will beat Abrams to the bag. One out here in the fifth.
Down in their half of the fifth.
Good job by Horowitz playing good defense tonight.
And now it's Juan Yepes 0 for 1 with a fly out to center.
Here's Yepes.
Check swing. He went
That
too
slider
far,
is
and
working
it's a
like
strike.
money tonight. So far it is. Be very careful when I say that. Ground ball, Johnson makes the out. 2 down. Ground ball pitcher, man. Meyer is doing what he's exactly designed to do. Give me ground balls.
Yandy Diaz digging in for the Nationals.
So far, defense doesn't fail
his
us.
first time. And that one
I meant to
fouled off.
clip the end of Tamar Johnson's 2 at-bats, and I just have not done so. So I'll have to go back and do that.
Swing
A lot of power in this lineup.
Well, this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Diaz, here's the 0-2.
The changeup missing. Now 1-2.
1 ball, 2
The
strikes.
Nats
No dice on the changeup.
still looking for their first hit in this one. Swing
Diaz swings over the
And
slider.
he's
Max
down on
Meyer
strikes.
is locked
He
in.
picks up his 5th strikeout.
5
on the
Ks
hill.
through
Nothing
5
doing for
innings,
Washington.
halfway done
They still
here
trail
in
1-0.
Washington, D.C. That is. Going to the 6th, 1-0.
All set for the top of the 6th. Now at the plate, number 96.
Just a nice quiet game, man. Simpson leading it off.
Holmes back to work. Swings and misses. That's strike 1. Activity in the bullpen. Michael Kopech getting
All right,
loose
they got
out
Kopech
there.
and Tinoco.
warming up as well.
Former Marlin.
Top of the zone for a strike.
Simpson has a
The count
hit
is 0-2.
and a fly ball.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Swing and a
He
high
hits that
fly
pretty hard
ball
to
in the
left
air,
field. A little bit of a
field.
late jump,
He's there. He's got
but
it. 1 down.
Wood will grab it. 1 down. Good for Simpson for not striking out.
And here's the first baseman, Spencer Horowitz. 0 for 2 in this one.
Well, no base hits in the series for him so far, and it's clearly been a rough one. You just hope
Oh,
he's not
Spencer
pressing too hard,
Horowitz.
because that just compounds things. It makes
How about
the
a
slump
howitzer
even
shot
longer.
here?
Never seems to help. Never helped me.
That ball hit hard. Right center field. Caught.
And he brings it into the warning track.
93 exit velo. Just missed it, I guess.
2 down, bases empty. Brian Reynolds here.
Good swing. Good pitch to swing at.
Reynolds, a former All-Star, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and though usually in left
There's
field
nothing to
today,
show
he's
for
the
it.
designated hitter.
Here is Reynolds. He is on a cold streak. Not helping his matters here tonight. He's going to shoot that down the left field line. That will drop in, and that will be a fair ball. And Reynolds will have 2 bases.
And that's a double.
There's his first hit in 3 games. Brian Reynolds finally finds the pillows. 11th double of the year, and we got a runner in scoring position with 2 outs.
It appears Dave Martinez is ready to dive
that will
into
be
his
it for
bullpen
Holmes.
as he comes out of the dugout to make the change. Grant Holmes done for the afternoon, and he's responsible for the
I
runner
may have to sign
on
Holmes in
second,
the
so
offseason
the
so I
book
don't
isn't
face him
closed
again.
on him yet. We'll be right back. On to pitch now for the Nationals, Michael Kopech.
Michael Kopech.
His first test will be from the left side.
He has not been good.
For him this season.
21 games, 25 innings, and ERA close to 10. Oof. Don't know how he's been struggling.
So
30-year-old, 72 overall righty, fastball slider cutter. Wow, he's been a lot of places. White Sox got traded to, I'm assuming, the Dodgers. Did not even play in 25. Went to the Rockies. And now here he is on the Nationals. Okay. The opponent was not the Nationals, though. That's the team he's on. Come on, show. Let's fix the simple things, okay? Let's fix simple things in your game.
runner at second, 2 down. O'Neal Cruz.
2 down. Here's
the
Cruz.
next Pirate to hit.
Don't swing at the first pitch.
That one's
Even if it's in the happy zone.
1-1.
Don't do it.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps
Come on,
later
Cruz.
on.
Let's get another
good
run.
job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Attaboy, right field, but he will hit her right to the right fielder.
And that'll do it. So
Kopech come in and does his job.
We
strained another runner.
Home half of the inning. It's the Pirates 1 and the Nationals nothing.
Bottom of the 6th we go. Still can't get it right. Come on, show. Let's get it right. 7, 8, 9, do up.
Well, we go bottom 6. Up now for Washington, Brady House. Off the plate inside, and it's 1-0.
Brady House.
Beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
That slider.
Strike 1.
I'd say that stayed in the tunnel for a long time.
That slider's really
no
working.
Chance of even fouling it off.
Nope, outside.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
2-1 to Mr. House, playing third.
That one misses,
Way
and
inside.
that's ball 3.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
In danger of losing the perfect game here.
Fly ball,
Going
right
out to
field.
right.
Conine will glove it. 1 down here in the 6th. Good pitch.
Dylan Cruz digging in for the Nationals. Flied to right his first time.
All right. Here is Dylan Cruz hitting 192.
Bounding ball here, rolls foul.
Pretty frugal
Thing is, the
guy.
Nationals
He is
and
very
the Pirates aren't
efficient
really that much
with the pitch
different when
count
it
in
comes
this
to their
one.
team statistics in this franchise. Similar team batting average, similar team pitching in ERA.
That clips a corner.
Beautiful slider, 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Both of the bottoms of our lineup seem to struggle.
Outside with a
that's
breaking ball. Yeah, the
We're
1-2
not getting
misses to
Any
even the
swings and
count.
misses on that
Really good
changeup.
take, especially with 2 strikes.
Here's the 2-2 to Cruz. Ground ball, Johnson.
Ground ball up the
Nice
middle.
play
The
and
throw
nice
first,
throw.
And that's an out.
Little tire Cruz. Nice job by the rookie.
Now here is Luis Torrens. Grounded out his first time.
Too quick out. Here is Luis Torrens.
There's the strike of the knees.
Cardinals win their game today. So we need to win our game to remain 2.5 ahead of them. Meyer pitching pretty good. Pitch count looks solid.
One ball, two strikes.
Slider way outside.
Foul ball
He's
still
definitely sitting
1
on
and
that
2
one.
count.
One ball, two strikes. Meyer gets him swinging.
And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down.
6 innings in the books here in D.C.
They trail here.
Slim 1-0 lead for the Pirates. We need another run.
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Got to talk about Jared Jones at some point. He is putting on a career season for himself. There is the top, the prospect call up there, and the Cardinals, like I said, just won their game.
Swing and a foul out of play.
Power relievers one after another coming out of the bullpen these days. Got to be ready for that first pitch.
1-1 to Conine. 2 strikeouts for him tonight.
Kopech deals. Fly ball down the line.
It's up pretty good, leading to foul territory, but that will
Tries to
hit
make the play,
foul.
but it's foul. Ball
Call
one there.
102 by
Pitch
Kopech.
that
Jesus.
far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
1-2.
Gets a piece. And
Nice job
stays
by
alive.
Cruz, or I'm sorry, Conine. Stay alive.
And now the count is
101.
even.
Well, triple digits on the gun. I know there are more pitchers that can reach that now than in the past, but it's still impressive to watch.
Boy, good at bat.
Comes a 2-2. Fastball
Good
is
take again.
outside.
Works it to a full count. Nice job by Conine. 3-2.
That one misses.
Great at bat by
So lead off
Conine. He
walk.
will take a walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that
0-2 to
3-2 count
3-2.
kind of tells you
0-2
that
to
that's
walk,
the
I should
pitch
say.
he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
This is Joey Bart.
We got another base runner here in the 7th. Here's Joey Barton. Nobody out. Pirates lead 1-0. Got that run in the first inning.
And that's outside. 1-0.
Not a whole lot going on in the game.
And that's outside.
1-0
He's
by
clearly
Kopech.
trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate.
I thought
If you
about looking
really
at
want to put the
Kopech
ball
when he
in
was
play,
on the
you're gonna
waiver
have to
wire a
stay
couple
back
years
and
ago.
drive it to the opposite field.
We did not sign him.
Inside.
This might be
Now
why.
3-0.
3-0.
At this point in the
Can't find
game,
his
you cannot
fastball.
issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
We got a 100% red light here. Even if it's down the middle, we're not going to do anything with 102. So 3-0 to Bart.
And ball
That is
4 to
inside.
a board.
He did not take the bat off his shoulder the entire at bat.
So back-to-back
First and
walks,
second,
first and second,
no
nobody
outs.
out. Here is Vargas.
will hit next.
Well, both sides equally as strong. So not a good time to try to turn him around with a relief pitcher and put him on the other side of the plate.
0 for 2 tonight, filling in for Hayes.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Like I said, man, we're not going to do anything with that pitch. Vargas, right field. That will drop in for a hit. We're going to hold the runners. Bases are loaded.
Tested here.
And guess who's coming up?
No outs.
Well, that was an
2 walks and a hit, bases loaded, nobody out. Here comes the rookie.
Challenge. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong.
Good opportunity for Tamar Johnson.
Bases loaded, big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Bases loaded,
infield
nobody out.
in.
Up next for the Pirates, Tamar Johnson. That one outside.
1-0.
And that's ball 1.
0 for 2 with a strikeout and a flyout. Johnson, left field.
Has a beat on it.
And we're going to send the runner home. Throw is offline. That will score Conine. Sac fly for Tamar Johnson. And his first RBI in his young career. 2-0 Pirates.
At the plate for Pittsburgh, Billy Cook.
Hey, we'll take it, man.
Here, Boog. You got to go right after this guy.
As they look to pick up an add-on run. And the number 9
strength.
guy at the plate.
Pretty risky to run on that play, but I felt like we needed to do it.
Pitch misses, and that's ball 1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
So here we go. First and second, 1 out. Billy Cook, chance to get a hit here.
This one's
He's going to smoke it to left, but unfortunately, he hits it right at Wood. Boy, he's hitting the ball hard. He's finding his swing, I'm telling you. Just a loud second out.
Here's the left fielder. 1 for 3.
There's Simpson. Chandler Simpson, that is.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Nope.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Man, Kopech is all over the
Could
place.
be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Let's see here. Let's get somebody warming up just in case here.
First and second, 2 down. Here in the top half of inning number 7.
Simpson down the left field line. Woods with that speed, man, just runs it down. Sorry, Wood, not Woods. Excuse me.
1 run in the inning, but they
we get another
2.
run.
7th inning
2-0 Pirates, thanks to our rookie, Tamar Johnson.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Not a lot to talk about on the scoreline. Meyer 6 innings of 6 strikeouts. Cruz 1 for 3. Reynolds 1 for 3. Tamar Johnson with the other strikeout, or excuse me, RBI with a sac fly. So you love to see it. And here's Jacob Young, 3rd time through the lineup.
Off the mark there, and that is ball 1.
This lineup is having a tough time finding a good rhythm at the plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition.
Oh boy, good sinker. 1-1 to Jacob Young.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff.
Struck out twice tonight. Check swing.
Started after
I was in the zone anyway. 1-2.
And that's going to be ruled a swing.
4 out of his 6 strikeouts have been from the first 2 hitters of this lineup. He chases that one. Bart's got to hurry. Throws out the speedy Jacob Young. 7 Ks for Meyer. That's 3 for Young.
He's got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment, Boot. Get back on track. His team needs him.
All on that slider, if I'm not mistaken.
Now the left fielder, James Wood, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
James Wood off the glove of Meyer.
The throw is
and he recovers to throw him out. 2 down here in the 7th.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be
right
tough
off
to
the
get
hand
in
of the
the air.
glove.
Good downward break on that one.
Joey,
I think the key, I mean,
Joey
if he
Bart
can
going
get
to
through
check on
one
him.
more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus.
Seems okay.
But they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Luis Garcia digging in for the Nationals.
All right, so let's see what happens here. Luis Garcia, high contact hitter, due up.
Outside. Ball
1-0.
Well, this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
2 outs. The bit behind with that
Meyer's
swing.
location has
It's
been
strike
spot
So
on.
impressive how the velo is still there, even this deep into the outing.
The Nationals yet to pick up a hit here.
Oh boy,
And
that ball hit high,
hammered.
deep left
Going
field.
back.
Simpson
On
runs
the
it
warning
down,
track.
crashing
And
into the
hauls it
wall.
in.
Oh man, amazing catch to end the inning. As a
Chandler
former
Simpson,
outfielder,
what a good
I'm feeling
play.
proud right now.
Preserves
Saw
the
ball,
no-no.
didn't get afraid, held on
7
to the
innings
ball.
in the books, 2-0 Pirates. Nice play by Simpson.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start.
Made it
the
farther
eighth.
than I thought he would, I'm
Jesus
not gonna lie.
Tinoco.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season.
Nationals going to the
You
third
usually have to
arm.
string
Here's
some hits
Jesus
together in
Tinoco.
order to get to him.
Pretty good reliever. Formerly part of the Marlins
At the
organization.
plate for Pittsburgh, Spencer Horwitz. 0 for 3 in
Let's
this
make sure we
one.
get our guys ready to go here. I think we're going to use Holderman here. So let's put Moretta down. Sit him down. Let's keep these guys warmed up just in case. Of course, to be honest, I don't think Joey Wentz will be that guy. 2 runs. Got solid break on his pitches, though. We'll keep them both warmed up. All right, so Jesus Tinoco on the bump here in the 8th inning. 2-0 Pirates.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play.
It's just
They
missed a
kept him
home
pretty
run
quiet
swing.
in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
Rid of that nonsense.
There's
Horwitz
a swing and a
stings
drive.
that ball to right field, over the head of the
And it
right
bangs
fielder,
off the out-of-town scoreboard.
and Horowitz will quickly put on the e-brakes. Hard hit, 108 off the bat, single.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Brian
Good
Reynolds.
swing.
So now the DH spot, Brian Reynolds.
There's Reynolds.
Left field.
Swing at first pitch.
Wood
Got to stop doing that.
Calls it in, and there's one
One
away.
pitch, 1 out.
Now batting, shortstop, O'Neill Cruz.
O'Neill Cruz, the next Pirate to hit.
Here's our boy O'Neill.
On the ground at first.
Oh, and that's going to get by the
And
first
that chance
baseman.
handled. Off balance.
They will get Horowitz
And
at
he'll
second.
eat it.
That dude has no
He's
speed
out.
whatsoever. And for the second time, Cruz beats out an infield hit, so to speak.
Throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out.
Good play by Garcia to go to second on that
Now
play.
it's the right fielder, Griffin Conant. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. And a slider catches the zone.
2 down. Cruz on first. Don't think we're going to try to steal here. Conine 0 for 2. Had a really good at bat in his last at bat.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
You know, that's a swing you'll see a lot against a good sinker. Just right over the top. Tough to barrel that up.
One ball.
In the
Good
dirt.
stop by the catcher.
Two outs.
Ah, that's a good pitch. I didn't know where that pitch was going. Rough night for Conine. He strikes out.
Last half of the eighth.
Bottom 8 we go. Pirates 2, Nationals nothing.
Back here in Nationals Park, stepping in, C.J. Abrams. Just missed.
1-0.
Meyer into his 8th inning of work, Singy. He's been good.
Yeah, he's the type of guy that gets better as he gets deeper into the ball game. If you're going to get to him, you get to him early.
First strike we have thrown on that changeup tonight.
As this finishes.
Pitch count in great shape. It seems you might have a chance to finish it. That's out
right
to center
field, and that will drop in for a hit. C.J. Abrams breaks up the no-no here in the 8th. Round of applause for Meyer.
Now we'll see if he can get right back to work and go after the next
Good
guy.
stuff, buddy. Good stuff. We knew that was coming.
And now the first baseman, Juan Yepes.
So now we'll definitely get the bullpens ready to go here. We're going to get Holderman ready. Oh, boy.
Just missed.
Oh, boy. All right, let's don't lose it here. Probably being a little greedy on keeping him in.
The tying run at the plate.
Ball's going to get away from Joey Bart.
And now a man in
I'm going to guess we're going to forget how to play here. I just hate how the bar gets so crazy in this game. Runner gets on, you just like, goes like the speed of sound. 3-0, all of a sudden, can't find the zone. Will for sure be his last hitter.
And that drops in for a strike.
Lobs it in. Wow, get ripped of a strike. First walk, we're going to go to the pen. Meyer, good job, buddy.
First and second, no outs.
Definitely going to the pen now. Let's bring in Colin Holderman.
And the Pirates manager making his way to the mound.
Sandy Alomar Jr. coming out. Meyer, great job, man. That is definitely a promising start.
Colin Holderman on to pitch out of the pen here.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Tough task.
In the zone for
Sleeper 0-1. Holderman in.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percent.
We check out Colin Holderman, 31 years old, 80 overall, righty, sweeper, sinker, cutter. It's been solid this year. Has not pitched in a couple days, and he did not have a great outing.
Of success when you want to try
I
to
still trust him in this situation.
Outside corner.
Umpire owes us that call. We'll take it 0-2.
An 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights.
Also, really need the bar to stop glitching.
Chase if you look down in that area.
0-2 now.
Ground ball to Marr. Can't get to it. Here comes the run home. Conine's throw. Not in time. Nationals on the board. Boy, are we going to blow this? 99 clutch, huh?
everybody on
99 pitching clutch.
knowing that you can come
Remember, guys,
with a
ratings don't
good
matter
swing,
in this game.
and there he doesn't try to do too much.
That was a good throw by Conine. Just not enough. And now all of a sudden, this game's in jeopardy.
Next to hit for the Nats, Brady House.
Game gonna cheese.
The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Nobody out. Puts a bunt down.
Of course, it's perfect every time.
Whips it across.
One down. Tying run at third.
Those plays can be tricky.
Game, and
They're
it's
routine,
AI
but
cheese,
that doesn't
man.
mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Dylan Cruz digging in for the Nationals. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
Outfielders playing shallow. Corners are in, trying to cut down the runner at third.
99 pitching clutch,
Yes,
everybody.
he did.
Ratings don't matter.
Always
Just
the
remember
guys
that.
to ball on the ground to the corners, that they come home with the baseball instead of going to first base.
The 0-1.
Fouled it off.
Yeah,
0-2.
that's foul
Strikeout
off.
would be wonderful here.
Two on, one out. Battling here as he fouls it away.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
Here's the 0-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps
Guys have
the
been
AB
swinging and
going.
missing all game. Now all of a sudden they can make contact with pitches out of the zone. That's the show for you. Do it again. Here's the 0-2.
Yeah, that's
Well, that's
outside.
off the right.
And it's 1-2. One out. The go-ahead run is at
And I'm not
second.
going to walk them either because the game always finds a way to rig. Fly ball
to
right field.
trying
Conine
to
coming
get to
in.
it. Makes the grab. Two down.
Now we'll keep the runner at third. Big second out there. Now we got to deal with Torrens.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Okay, everyone is back
Luis
where they should be.
Torrens digging in for the Nationals.
Big situation here. Swing and a
Swings through
miss.
That one for strike one.
0-1. Holderman
0-1.
trying to do his job.
The 0-1. That crosses the plate, and now they're just one strike away from getting out of this mess.
0-2. He is kind of a swinger with 2 strikes.
That one
One
way
and
outside.
2.
Two strikes.
And a count 1-2.
Come on, Holderman.
Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. Off the outside
Boy,
edge.
just
and
no
now
dice there.
The count is 2-2.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 2 on.
2 on, 2 outs.
Called strike
And
3.
down on strikes he
Holderman gets
goes.
the job
In
done.
over. That's a crucial missed
Pirates hold the
opportunity.
lead.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great
Let's go to
pitch,
the 9th.
Did it, got the strikeout, gets out of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Crunch time here in D.C. Pirates hold a slim 2-1 lead. Way to go by Holderman.
We go to the 9th.
We
Here's the
almost
Pirates
blew
catcher
that.
Now, Joey Bart.
We almost blew that. We still have another inning, but we almost blew that.
Tinoco, 31 years old. He joined the team as a free agent.
Joey Bart leading it off here in the ninth.
Foul off to the right out of
Jesus
play.
Tinoco staying out there. By the way, that stat at the bottom that went about Odell is not true. He actually has 4 home runs in AA right now. I know because I hit 2 of them.
Swing and a miss.
Joey Bart strikes out.
And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Wow, just great bites.
A lot of swings and misses on this team.
Out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take.
Vargas.
There's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Vargas will slice one up the middle.
Sneaks through, base hit.
Little seeing eye single.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield.
And here comes
took it back
Johnson.
where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Man at first. So next to the plate for Pittsburgh, Termarr Johnson. In for a strike, and it's 0-1.
0 for 2 with a sac fly. Did get his first RBI, career RBI.
And downstairs.
Had an okay debut, you know?
So now 1-2.
Another sinker, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swing or miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
The 1-2.
Heads up.
And there's a ball.
Heads up. 2-2. And Johnson, that will drop in. There's your first major league hit.
Just kind of sliced that one into center.
89 off the bat. Attaboy.
Termarr Johnson with his first major league hit.
Congratulations on your first hit, first RBI.
Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his
Cruz
family.
asking for the ball, and he will get the ball.
And has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay
Nice
locked
job,
in
just
on the
staying
game,
in.
but
Another sinker,
it's
just
great
takes
when
it
you
the other
can
way.
take a
Doesn't do
minute to
too
just
much with it.
Appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
I'd say that's a very good debut for Johnson.
First and second, 1 out. And now the center fielder, Billy Cook. Just missed.
Here's
Could
Cook.
use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Be nice to get Billy Cook a hit here. He's hit the ball hard twice tonight. It's not really exactly. Oh, it's going to be bobbled again by Cruz.
No throw.
And
safe at first.
is that
we'll
another
say
error?
it's an
That
error.
is, or Abrams, I'm sorry. That's his
I think
second
he just
error of
rushed
the
out.
night.
Great chance to turn 2, and as an infielder,
Unbelievable,
play
man.
Like that, I think
3
guys can
times
be
he
a
had a
little
chance to
excited
turn a double
forget
play.
To make the play one step at a time. Could have been 2 outs. Instead, they get none.
So
All right.
bases all loaded up. Here's
Base
the
is
left
loaded.
fielder.
Here's
And that one
Simpson.
in there at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1.
Tight game here in the ninth. That's a double play ball now. Are they going to? No, they are not going to double off Simpson. Runner will score. 3-1 Pittsburgh here in the ninth. Chandler Simpson beating out a double play ball.
And he gets rewarded with the RBI because of it.
That's what you want to see.
Spencer Horwitz, the next Pirate to hit.
That is a big insurance run.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boo.
There goes Simpson.
Pitch misses.
I just forget about it.
Throw to second.
He's gonna
Great
swipe
jump,
second on
and
that play.
is a stolen base. It wasn't
12
even
stolen
close.
base of the year for Simpson. Was that necessary? No, not really.
And
they're going to walk
Horwitz.
Horwitz.
They issue the intentional walk, and that'll set up a forced play at any base.
But now you got to deal with Reynolds.
Manager out of the dugout now,
and then they're going to make a pitching
to dip into the Nationals pen. Jesus Tinoco will depart to a ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Bases loaded. Brian Reynolds coming up. He's a switch hitter. So even if you call in a lefty, who I expect them to do so, they are not going to do that, though.
A new pitcher in the game, number 62.
Going to Eduardo Salazar. He has also been rough out of the bullpen. 13 innings, ERA over 9.
Two outs, bases full. To the plate now.
Let's check out Eduardo Salazar. 28-year-old, 69 overall righty reliever, sinker, slider, and four-seamer. Third year with Washington. I've never heard of this guy. Oof, he's had it rough, man. He has had it rough. We'll see what we're working with here.
Pittsburgh is the DH. Ryan Reynolds. 1 for 4 with a double.
Reynolds does have a double tonight.
Right through there for a strike.
Tough situation right here.
0-1. David Bednar ready to go for the bottom half.
And that one missing inside a sharp slider.
Unless we get like
but straight on these two runners in scoring position right here, it feels like it's a must if they stand a chance to win this game.
Unless we get extra runs here. Oof.
And the count 1 and 2.
We were almost on that one. Fouled off. 1 and 2 to Reynolds.
Two outs.
It's going to get away, but not far enough.
That's a great job behind the dish.
Nice job by Terens to keep that semi in front of him.
And delivers
right,
outside.
3 and 2, nowhere to put him.
O'Neal Cruz waits on deck for Pittsburgh. And with 2 outs and the count full, the runners will be on the move.
And that's going to be way upstairs. Reynolds will walk. Johnson comes in to score. 4-1 Pittsburgh here in the ninth.
He wants guys to come in and attack the strike zone.
So 2 down. O'Neal Cruz, the next
Here's
Pirates.
Cruz now.
We just might be talking about this at bat in our post-game wrap. He's proven he can drive in runs in these
Even more
spots.
dangerous. Probably should have brought in a lefty.
And the 0-1. Just missed.
Hello.
1 and 1.
Pitch misses.
Side 2 and 1.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Cruz, that's going to get through. 1 run's going to score. We're going to hold the runner at third.
Ball comes in. Runner stops at third.
5-1 Pittsburgh. O'Neal Cruz, second RBI of the night.
Paid off right there as he got into an advantage count.
Nice job to stay calm. Just push it through the other way.
Hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Base is full.
All right, well, Bednar, unfortunately.
Griffin Conant.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful.
Not need to come in. Base is still loaded. Here's Conine, 0 for 3.
Swing and a miss.
It's just been a rough night for him.
0-1's the count.
He has walked and he has scored, but it'd be nice to get him an actual hit, you know. And we're going to do just that. Up the middle, 1 run's going to score. Here comes Reynolds. He's going to be waved in. He will score. 7-1. Pittsburgh blows it open here in the ninth.
Conine
technically stays hot.
Got great wood on it and There's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
So 2 on with 2 away. And here's the catcher, Joey Bart.
Oh, this game was close.
That's off the mark.
Max Meyer is happy in that dugout. Unfortunately, that run's going to be charged to him, but still.
Offense exploding for 5 so far in the inning. Here in the top of the 9th. That one down
that was
the line,
just foul.
and it goes just foul.
Joey Bart also hitless tonight.
And a 1-1.
Man.
And it's fouled away.
So pretty quiet game up until the 8th inning. Then things started to get interesting.
Moved to second, and he's back in easily. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
That was on that one.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes.
5 runs
that
in.
pitch was.
That's all.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. All in all, 10 come to the plate. They bat around at 5 scores.
5 runs, bottom of the 9th we go. Let's close it out.
Top of the order, due up. It's the Pirates 7 and the Nats 1.
Let's go ahead and bring Joey Wentz in.
Back now as they hand the ball.
We just called him up from the minors after Hunter Harvey was injured.
Wentz.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
So back to the top of the order.
Do we have anyone that we can?
For the Nationals.
There's really no one I want to sub out, so we're probably just going to keep everybody in. So let's take a look at Joey Wentz. He's 29 years old. He's a 62 overall. He is a lefty. 4-seam cutter, circle change, and 12-6 curve. Hasn't pitched in the majors in close to 2 seasons. He was doing fine in the minors. And I wanted to give him a chance to prove himself in situations like this. So we'll see what we got here. Top of the lineup for the Nats do.
And that one is downstairs, and it's 1-0.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
And Jacob Young gets his first hit of the game. Strikes out 3 times, gets a hit.
James Wood, the next
Obviously,
hit.
that's not what we want.
3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
James
When
Wood.
the leadoff man gets on, you want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Fly ball left field. Simpson running after it, and he's not going to get it, and that's going to actually get past him. That's probably going to score a run. It will score a run.
And he'll make it
7-2. James Wood will get a triple.
Back base hits. Takes an inside pitch and just fillets it over there to left field. And that's all he had to do is get something to the outfield grass to push.
We have Bednar ready to go. I really thought Simpson was going to get to that.
Outs. Now it's the second baseman, Luis Garcia.
Boy, he is. Wentz is not finding anything. May have to go to free agency to find our guy. Or we may have to find somebody else to find our guy.
At third with nobody out. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
No balls, 2 strikes.
He didn't do very well in his first outing. There's a good pitch to strike out Garcia. 1 out here in the 9th.
Third strike leads to the first out. Well done behind the dish.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the
curveball.
People at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize.
Let's see if we can get these last two outs
C.J. Abrams now
without that runner at third coming to score. That answer is no, as Abrams turns on that fastball right field. And all of a sudden, it's 7-4.
His second homer this series. It's 7-4.
Seventh home run of the year for C.J. Abrams.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
I've seen enough. We are going to go to bed now. That's cool. I like that. That's actually really fun.
Got to keep that front shoulder close.
Can't throw it there.
Especially when you're facing a left-hander. He did all those things.
I don't know how far this ball went, but it looks like it went. Oh, there you go. 426. Yeah, the ball's close. All right, that's it. Seen enough.
Juan Yepez digging in for the Nationals.
Bring in Bednar.
The manager out of the dugout.
Put him to sleep, baby.
Move for the bullpen.
Put him to sleep. Wentz may not be up here much longer.
David Bednar comes out trying to close it out.
I think
good year, 16 out of 17 for Bednar, ERA under 1.
We see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see.
David Bednar, for those wondering, he's at 193 career saves. So he should hit 200. And he's just pitched so well.
Wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Fly ball right field. Yepez. One pitch, 2 outs. Have to be keeping an eye on Wentz. Probably won't have him up here much longer.
So it's their last chance in this one. Next is the designated hitter, Yandy Diaz.
So with 2 outs, here is Diaz. He swings the first pitch, left field. Simpson will glove it. And Bednar comes in and only takes 2 pitches. We sweep the Nats.
This is a nice sweep. Good way to finish
Final
this series.
score,
Into another city
Pittsburgh 7,
Got to maintain the
Nats
same
4.
focus. Whatever you were doing in this city, make sure you're doing the same thing in the next one.
Well done
Eat
by
the same
Max
thing,
Meyer.
sleep
It's his
the
4th
same
win
way,
of the year.
get to the ballpark at
7
the same
shutout
time.
ball. Grant Holmes will get the loss. Bednar gets the save on pretty much 2 pitches. Nationals made it interesting there in the 9th inning, but we hold on and win. Well done. See what the highlights show for us here. O'Neal Cruz had a great night with 2 RBIs. Led us off with an RBI single in the 1st inning. And Max Meyer was locked in. Gave up that hit in the 8th inning. No hit the Nationals up until the 8th inning. Abrams with that, we just saw here in the 9th, that 2-run shot. But Bednar comes in, puts him to sleep. Secure the dub, secure the sweep. And secure our 2.5 game lead over the Cardinals going into, well, actually leaving this episode. Max Meyer, player of the game, 7 innings, 1 hit, 7 Ks, 1 walk, 1 earned run. Chandler Simpson, 1 for 5 with an RBI. Cruz 2 for 5, Reynolds 1 for 4, Vargas 2 for 4, and Tamar Johnson in his debut 1 for 3 with an RBI. He did strike out, but that's okay. Got an RBI, got a sac fly. Yeah, that's right. Okay, thought there was something wrong there. 2 stolen bases while pitched by Meyer, but other than that, looking good. Besides Wentz, just ignore Wentz. So. Nice, relatively quiet game. Got a little interesting there in the last part of the game, scoring, 8 runs being scored in the 9th inning. But we come out on the good side. So final score, Pirates 7, Nationals 4. Appreciate you guys being here. If you were here live or lurking in chat, or if you're watching the VOD, appreciate that as well. Make sure to like and subscribe. We should be back, hopefully, tomorrow night for the next episode. Don't know what it is, but we are getting closer to the draft, so keep an eye on that as well. See you guys in the next episode, and until then, raise it, baby.